Hello all, this is Zimnala coming at you with another adventure in Demise, Rise of the Kutan. We're going to be heading back in after we got summarily destroyed trying to break into the Royals chamber. And you know, that's Iron of Arnos. We just need better resistance before we really try that. But if we ever do just get the Lord alone, I think we could take him. At this point.
Bye-bye. Cool. Cool.
Well, nothing stops us from trying to get down into 27 and whatnot. Thing is, I just know what's down there, and I know it's not going to be very easy. Granted, it is largely only certain groups that'll be very dangerous, but those groups are very dangerous. Thing is, we can get in here, but the Death and Dragons are a problem. I don't really want to deal with that problem, so... These guys are also pretty capable of killing us. They're actually the ice equivalent of the Death and Dragons. I think they're very slightly easier to kill. But not by an enormous amount. I think we're gonna start struggling to stay healed down here. I think that's the real issue.
Cool.
Oh, we lost our fire ring. Oh, absolutely, we're in trouble. Well, we might be okay. We just got to buy another one when we get back to town. I say we might be okay because as long as we don't go fight the dragons, we'll be largely okay from fire. There's some really bad demons too, though. And we are likely to pin very, very fast. It's not like our resistance is super low, but it is only 51% versus 85.
Bye-bye.
I am definitely pushing a little deeper than we need to currently, but I might start hitting up the graveyard. The graveyard isn't too dangerous
Cool.
overall. These guys will kill us though right now. Fortunately, we don't have to fight them. They don't want to fight us, so let's just respect their wishes. These guys are dangerous.
Cool.
So we're gonna try to blast our way in. I'm gonna wait till our mana regens a little. We could help it along the way too. We got some extras. This is the Sorceromancer though, so. Ah, so they're weak to lightning. We could take out his retinue. You wipe the sweat from your brow as you realize you barely escaped with your life. You hope whatever this dark archmage was protecting ends up being worth the cost. Can we even open? Yeah, we did it. Tree Ties of Darkness. We got it on one. Oof. And technically, we didn't even pin. You know, even though we're gonna fight pinned a little bit, I think I'm gonna try to get down and go to that mythic area. At least now I know that our electricity is strong enough to deal with those mages, so that's a big danger off of the list. But we don't need to fight anything right now outside of what's inside that area. A couple things will attack us though. I'm sure of it. But we have a chance to get blessings in here, so we should take it. Blessings would be a game changer. Technically anything that's undead also has a good chance of it. These guys will not drop it. The elementals will not. I mean, I guess I might as well clear them out so they're not in my way for a respawn. But they definitely will not drop it. Jerks, what did you take? As long as they don't take the tree ties of darkness, I could care less. Okay. Gave it a chance. Yeah, see, we're dipping and diving a little deeper than necessarily we should have, but as you can see, it is paying out. Let's go get that ring back. We're gonna need it. Okay, let's see how Garrick feels about that. The Lord takes the tree ties from your hands and studies it. The magic coming from this book is of an evil I have never seen. I'll pass it immediately on to the scholars. He then hands the dark book to one of his aides. I will keep you informed of our progress. Garrick sits you down. We are almost ready to go after the source of the evil. However, I have one more task for you to accomplish before we embark on the final dark quest. This task will not be easy. As a matter of fact, I do not know how you are going to do it, but I have faith in you and your abilities. I want you to kill the Dragon King. He pauses as your eyes go wide. Yes, the Dragon King. He has been the source of many attacks on our expeditions and is also responsible for sending his minions out of the depths to terrorize the local farmlands. Garrick pauses, but it gets worse. My sources tell me that he is impervious to both normal and magical weapons, and that only one weapon can kill him. An ancient weapon known as the Dragon Slayer. You must find this weapon before you face him. Garrick sighs. I wish I could be of more help, but that is all that I know. Good luck, and return when you are victorious, as I know you will be. Well, about that, he is also weak to magical bombardment, which is the easier way to kill him anyway. So, we're definitely going to do that again. But we are progressing. In fact, theoretically, we could just go right back there. Because, we did clear most of the way. I mean, we definitely don't need to do it just for leveling up purposes, but we totally could do it for progressing the story purposes. So we can do this part. I don't think we are reasonably likely to win against the Kutan, though. Not without those blessings, so.
Cool.
We're definitely going to start tapping down there for them.
Cool.
Now, technically, the undead and even dragons have a good chance of dropping blessings too, so. Most things that we killed on there will have a decent chance to give us what we're looking for. I don't actually need to fight those dragons, so they can just kind of chill in their corner until we see them again when we go fight the Dragon King. Then we'll kill some more. These guys might get us though. We came pretty close. Well, I did theorize that it was going to be the healing that was going to be the problem and not necessarily the specific fights. Yep, but I'll soften them up. It seems safer than alternatives. I forgot that these were such a problem.
Bye-bye. Cool.
We're gonna be pinned in like no time here. Which is good. Yeah, they got us. Oh well. We will head back and get our revenge. Keep in mind that fighting here is not a good idea at our level. I'm forcing it. Yeah, it got stuck in the melee. I was trying to switch to spellcasting, but it just doesn't respond in multiplayer very effectively. So you kind of get stuck with what you started with a lot of the time. It's okay. We're gonna still win. We're still gonna win. I just have to take that into account when I make my choices going in. You basically have like 1 or 2 combat rounds to make up your decision on whether you're spellcasting or meleeing. And then it just goes wild. So if you're wondering, we're facing up against a mini-boss. He's just a pretty strong mini-boss. But I forgot that I can switch to these, so we're gonna go back in.
Cool.
There we go. What'd you get me? Yeah, pretty good weapon at least. He's the roughest thing in here, so let's sort that out. Though a Tornius would also be pretty bad for us to fight. Yeah, any of these undead have a chance to drop us the blessings. That's why I wanted to come here and fight them. We can at least see what's going on in here. Hey, we got a Dragon's Fang. That's the dagger I was talking about. So we're gonna want to regen our mana a little bit more before we go into this. It should take us about 3 casts to kill things, but they could also kill us. I'm just gonna make that abundantly clear that I am well aware of that. You stand back as the Dragon King cries out one final scream and slumps to the ground as lifeless as a rock. Then before your eyes, his gigantic body shimmers and disappears into the air. The only thing that remains is his gigantic treasure chest.
Cool.
Well, we got him. Like I said, he's very susceptible to aerial bombardment. We can technically take out the whole family. Let's just do that. I think they send us to get the Keeper, which is hilarious because they sent it to you to him after the Dragon King, unless it goes directly to the Kutan. I think there's a 1 in between them though. We're almost at the end of the story for the main game. However, the Kutan is considerably more difficult than the the previous battles. You can come down here and see if the mythical area has respawned. We'll continue to clear it in case, just so that it respawns with new monsters. Yep, we gotta let our mana come back. This is a Tiwaza that we didn't have before. Still need another round of mana coming back. Then we can go back. But that's another quest done. We got the Dragon King. What you got for us? My God, Garrick shakes his head as you walk in. You actually did it. I'm impressed beyond belief. Your skills and resources are truly the most valuable in the land. I thank you for your valor, and I will reward you properly. Oh, so we are ready. Okay. You cannot believe how many people are in the room as you enter Garrick's presence. Your senses tell you that something big is in progress. Guildmasters, elite guards, and troops seem to be everywhere, rushing around, giving orders, and whispering to one another as you walk by. There you are! Garrick spots you. Please follow me. You follow Garrick into his personal chambers and sit down. This is it. We have found the source and are ready to go after it. The problem is that we think he knows that we're coming. That's why we're preparing for a counterattack. We do not want the same thing to happen that started this whole mess. He pours a glass of wine and continues. We have learned that the source of the evil is a creature known as the Kutan Janal. You might have heard of him. Not only does he guard this portal, he also holds the one and only item that control it, the glyph of Morkel projection. Garrick shakes his head. I won't joke with you. He is the toughest bastard in the depths. His minions alone are capable of dispatching the most skilled explorers. I've heard rumors of what he is capable. And I tell you this, he is more dark-hearted and evil-minded than anything you have yet encountered. Garrick pauses as he studies your expression. I'm afraid that's all I can offer. Apparently his lair is located somewhere on the other side of the level from the Dragon King. I think you will know it when you find it. He pours another glass of wine and drinks. When you kill this creature, be careful before you seize the glyph. Legend has it the glyph is capable of inflicting great damage to the bearer. He hands over a familiar-looking document. You may need this. Our scholars have confirmed that the treatise you wrested from the Circomancer is linked to the glyph in some way. Garrick finishes the wine and speaks again. Once you have the glyph, I want you to immediately close the portal if you can figure out how to use it. If not, hasten back and I will have the issue resolved. He stands up and shakes your hand. This is it. This is what we've been working for. Good luck, friend. Well, there we go. We're on the last of the main game's storyline quests. We are going to put this away for now. We're nowhere ready for that currently. Yep, this is at Ninja 333. That's our current goal. We're gonna sell this one. There's a decent chance we'll find another one that we can use off the bat, but I'll come back for it if I need to. I'll take the hit. Because we're gonna be back down there regularly anyway, because we definitely want to get blessings. To get blessings, you pretty much just have to fight from 26 downwards, and anything that's undead or dragon or... Honestly, it's on most of the monsters' loot tables, has a chance to drop it. You definitely want to focus the undead. Oh yeah, I've had a couple of them. They're pretty good. It is a very high-level warrior one. Well, decently high-level one. It's pretty strong. I never got to use it. I never reached that level before I beat the game, but it is cool. I forget if it was the Dragon King that dropped that or not. It's possible. I'm gonna go open a window. Still continues to be boiling, as is the case in our land. Okay. But yeah, now the name of the game is just level up, level up, level up. And kind of go off and search for blessings. So while these guys right here are a great experience, they kind of have mostly almost no chance to give us what we need. So as much as I love them, they will remain there. They get to live today. So now that we are capable of fighting down here, we are going to fight down here unless we run out of healing items. And then I'll start considering swapping that around. Now, as long as we avoid the Death End Dragons, we'll be okie dokie. They're gonna do too much damage to us. We could blast them. We just blasted a whole squad of them, but they're kind of not worth it either, although they do drop the dragon fangs. But keep in mind, we're going to probably be killing the dragon royalty semi-regularly. So, we're going to get enough dragons. Don't you worry. Dragons will be killed.
Cool.
And after we get to 333, we're going to switch back to Sorcerer to level up our resistances. Because I'm going to guess we're not going to find 5 blessings by the time that we reach 333, let's just be honest. Probably take a little bit longer than that. We're going to switch to the other guilds and start bringing them up until such a time as we get the 5 blessings, and then we'll push through. But we're definitely going to focus on Sorcerer. Because we're going to need them to blast our way through some of the nonsense coming up. But I will definitely raise up Magi to get our healing better first. Because switching to heal would be very nice. But we're just waiting till we get that Dragon Fang unlocked. I'm glad that we arose Electric Field high enough to actually kill these guys, because they're actually relatively dangerous. Those spellcasters, not the friendliest of spellcasters. And that's with our ring on, right? We have our ring. God, they just do so much damage. Hey, that might be a spell we didn't have. Or maybe we do, I don't know. We'll find out. Yikes, they're just doing a lot of damage, which is fine. We'll just heal up, and it'll be okay. I suspected it would be a little bit like this, though. Oh, did you just spawn behind me, sir? Did everything just fill in while I was in that room? I guess so. Alright. I see. mean, it's not like it's a problem. It just surprised me for a half second. It does mean we'll be able to go back and clear the other areas again, though.
Cool.
Oh, we're definitely gonna have to wait a second to return. Hey, we got one of these. Not that we can wear it, but we got one. So we've gotten most of the endgame gear already for our various guilds. Sorcerer, Magi, and Warlock. I think it's a Morkel spell. I mean, while it's not especially safe to fight there, it is at least fast. And it's in some ways it's actually safer than that water area. 'Cause I would say the enemy's stats are actually a little lower than like the warriors and the guards, which has always been a bit of an anomaly. But it's okay. But since monsters heal fully between combat rounds in multiplayer versus in single player, like you can't cheese it like you would in single player, where you just leave the room, heal up, and come back, and then they'll constantly just eventually plop over. You got to do it in one. So we're gonna have to strategize a little more stringently. I know ways it can be done, but not ways it can be done safely. We're probably gonna take a few deaths, is basically the skinny of it. The Kutan's not a friendly player. He beheads, and he has very high attack. Bears, they'll get you and eat all of our MP, so.
Cool.
Oh, hey, we got another Grimoire Portals. We can teach that one to Warlock. When we get around to it. Where are you? Oh, yeah, we don't have to fight you. 4 of them are more than I want to deal with. Because I'm trying to regenerate my spells, not use it all blasting 4 dragons.
Cool.
That's a great room to fight you guys in. It's called Tactics. Stand in the room we can't do anything in. Perfect.
Cool.
Well, we will clear this room. We're gonna actually work backwards to the mythical area and focus in on that. Because if we can get a blessing, we'll be doing good. We haven't even found a curse yet, and they're just a little bit more likely. Anything that can give you a curse can also give you a blessing. So just keep in mind if you're wondering which monsters can drop stuff for you. Ooh, that's something we've been wanting. We got a Cloak of the Gods. Don't know which alignment it is though, so we're gonna have to wait. Upgrade time, upgrade time.
Cool.
That's the other thing we're gonna want is just at least the best base game equipment. Well, it didn't go too badly actually.
Cool.
Huh, we might just pin in this little room, this little area anyway. Wouldn't that be a shame? Now we're gonna heal up a little bit and then go back.
Bye-bye.
Cool. Let's go ahead and bam bam. Nice. So we're gonna uncurse and turn in those spells because I know at least one of them is new. We're gonna start with Sorcerer. Yep, Tree Ties of Annihilation. Let's terminate existence. I thought so. Tree Ties of Domination is Spiritual Domination, which is a Mortal damage spell. And Portals gives them Open Mystic Portal, but we already had that through Explorer. So we're just kind of throwing gravy on top. And I guess if anyone else does end up joining my server whenever I finish all the quest lines, I may eventually open it up when I'm playing. And then they'll have access to it too. But for now it doesn't do anything for us. Which is fine, not everything has to do things. But we have better equipment now. Let's drop this off. We have our gloves in here. Put those bad Larrys on. There is an even rarer glove that's better than this. I think it's called the Deathen gloves. We have not found those. But we are now a little stronger than before. There is a better armor that we haven't found as well, but I don't think we're the right level to even use it. But yes, I'd say we made some great progress. I am going to take a couple moment break and then we'll mosey down and keep looking for our items. That's what we were missing. I knew something was messing our stats up. But yeah, I'll see ya all in a moment. Bye-bye now.